Hey everyone, I just wanted to make this quick video. It's kind of outside of my normal format, and it doesn't directly relate to Canada. But it's one of the first time that we're hearing that ICE is actually going to be working outside of their borders, which concerns me. Because if they're assigned to a security delegation to, say, Canada, it's a possibility that ICE could be roaming around in our country, just like what they'll be doing in Italy for the Winter Olympics. So I want to show this report out of France, and they discuss what ICE's role is going to be when they land in Italy for the Olympics. Let's take a look.
Protesting at the Lombardy Regional Council, Italy's leftist Democratic Party has a message.
We don't want Donald Trump's thuggish squads here. People who kill civilian citizens. We don't need them. I don't understand what they're even going to do here.
The anger comes after officials said a branch of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, or ICE, would help with security at the Milan-Cortina Winter Olympics, taking place from the 6th to the 22nd of February.
Now, if I was a citizen of Italy, I would be pissed. There's no way in hell I would want these thugs in my country. Now, I don't know if I have many viewers from Italy, but I really want to hear from Italian citizens to find out what they feel about this. We already know parts of their government don't want this, but this definitely feels like an overreach. Now, it's explained later in the video that they're going to be there to protect Marco Rubio and that guy JD Vance. But to me, it kind of feels like a little bit of an overreach. It's almost like they're bringing their own thugs, it's almost like they're bringing their own thugs wherever they go. But I might be wrong on this, but this almost feels like a test. And if there is no pushback from having ICE there, what's stopping the U.S. administration from bringing ICE with them wherever they go?
The agency has been criticized for its tactics in a brutal immigration crackdown in the U.S., with officers involved in the fatal shootings of 2 civilians this month. Milan's mayor also expressed his outrage.
I don't think that they're compatible with our ways of handling such a delicate issue as security.
In a statement, ICE seemed to confirm reports it would be protecting U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who are expected to attend the Games' opening ceremony. It said its Homeland Security Investigations Unit would be supporting the U.S. Department of State's Diplomatic Security Service, as well as helping Italy to vet and mitigate risks from transnational criminal organizations.
The only transnational criminal organization I know is the U.S. White House. Now, my question is, are these ICE agents going to be allowed to roam around like what they do in the United States? Are they going to be allowed to carry firearms? Are they going to be allowed to stop people wherever they are? I hope that's not the case. But we also know that ICE doesn't behave properly.
It added that all security operations would remain under Italian authority. For Italy's foreign minister, it's a standard example of international cooperation.
If they come, it will be to cooperate, not to intervene on the streets, but to work together with the police, like police from other countries.
Seriously, do we really think they're going to work with other agencies? We're talking about a bunch of thugs here who failed a reading and fitness test. Do we really think they're going to coordinate with other agencies who speak different languages? I don't know about you guys, but I think this is a recipe for disaster, actually.
When there is a major event, international police cooperation is necessary.
U.S. embassy sources in Rome have said various federal agencies have supported diplomatic security at previous Olympics, including Homeland Security investigations.
Yeah, but the past is not now. What they're doing is they're basically sending the Proud Boys over to Italy. Let's be real here, seriously. A security detail in the past is not like a security detail today. Now, I want to show you a quick TikTok video that I found from someone from the US. He explains the whole thug thing perfectly.
Breaking news, Donald Trump is bringing ICE agents to Italy for the Olympics as security. Agence France-Presse and Associated Press have both confirmed that this is happening. This is incredible news on the heels of ICE murdering an American citizen in Minnesota this weekend, murdering another American 2 weeks ago, and now they're bringing ICE to Europe. What is fascinating here is what this means for the World Cup. If Trump is now using ICE as his own personal paramilitary protection force, which is exactly what they'll be doing. Supposedly, they won't be doing border patrol and immigration in Italy. They'll be doing personal protection for Trump. Why? That's what the Secret Service is for. Why do you need border patrol agents, who we now know are paramilitary thugs, traveling with Donald Trump and J.D. Vance around the world to do personal protection? How are Europeans accepting this? You want these guys going after your citizens? You want them beating you? You know what they're going to do to protesters at the Olympics? They're going to do exactly what they did in Minnesota. And by the way, for the World Cup, people were saying, oh, he'd never do this at the World Cup. He'd never use ice there. If he's willing to use ice in Italy at the Olympics, you don't think he's willing to use ice at the World Cup in America? I can't believe Europe is allowing this. And finally, Schengen. You don't think these guys are going to travel around to the rest of your countries? Unbelievable that Italy is allowing this.
And that last part right there is what I wanted to show everyone. If he's going to bring ice to Italy for the Olympics, there is nothing stopping him from bringing ice to Canada or anywhere else in Europe. So I think the world really needs to take a look at this. Because many of us outside of the US, we might feel safe just watching from home and seeing what's going on. But you never know. But if there is a visit from the United States administration, you might be having ice in your own country. So with the Olympics starting in a few weeks, I'm going to be taking a closer look at it. And I really hope there is pushback. We can't continue to let this become a trend. That's all for today's video. I'd like your feedback if you actually enjoy this. So I am starting to test to see whether I do shorter videos, more targeted videos, or do a mix of the targeted videos plus my longer ones. But either way, let me know in the comments below what you think of this one. If you enjoyed this video or found any value, or if you want to hear more from a Canadian point of view, it would be most appreciated if you hit the like and subscribe button below. Thanks everyone. I'll see you in the next one.